It's May of 2017, and life just sucks. I'm on my 6th bout of pneumonia in a year, and my doctors are telling me that the stress from work is literally killing me. I have to resign from the charity I created. It's work I'm deeply passionate about, teaching dance as an adaptive therapy to wounded warriors and their families. Just last year, I was a guest at a White House summit talking about our program's success, and now I have to let it all go. On top of that, my heart is broken because I've recently lost both of my longtime pets. My 22-year-old cat that I got as a kitten died in my arms in February. And just 2 weeks ago, my dog passed away at 16. She was my rock, and without her, I'm completely lost. My apartment is silent without them, and I feel truly alone. Every day is a challenge to get out of bed. I'm living in a small condo building where nearly everyone has seen me crying in the last couple weeks, and I'm so depressed that I just don't care. One day, I reluctantly drag myself to the mailboxes where I run into my neighbor, Frank. Frank is 72 and is well known in our building. He makes it a point to say hello to everyone in the loudest, most booming voice you've ever heard. Hi, hello, hello, have a good day. He'll often yell at people as they walk by the pool where he sits and reads. His white comb-over sits atop his head in sharp contrast to his tan and leathered skin. You'll hardly ever see Frank with a shirt on. Just board shorts and flip-flops. 2 books and a jalapeno a day keeps him sharp, according to Frank. But today, Frank's usual jovial attitude has been replaced by a melancholy demeanor. He recently lost his wife, and there's a shared empathy in our bloodshot eyes. How you doing, kid? Frank asked me. You know, and you? It's the best I can manage back. Frank shrugs, I nod, and we both attempt a smile as we turn to walk back to our respective apartments when Frank stops and asks, Hey, would you like to have dinner sometime? I pause. What a sweet gesture. My little brain instantly sees an adorable yet hilarious sitcom, Dinner with Frank. It's where he and I solve each other's life issues over weekly meals with silly one-liners and the wise wisdom that comes from a man of his age. Sure, I say, that'd be nice. How's Tuesday? Frank seems to perk up a bit. Tuesday's great, but just to warn you, I'm gluten-free and vegan, so I can be difficult to cook for. If you just want to have coffee, I understand. Ha! I love a challenge. I'll see you Tuesday. The next day, I get a call from our front door security call box. I'm not expecting a package, and I really want to ignore my phone, but for whatever reason, I choose to answer. Hello? Jen, it's Frank. Frank from downstairs. Frank, why are you calling me from the call box? Are you locked out? No, I don't have your phone number, and I have some questions. Are tomatoes and peppers vegan? Yeah, yes, Frank. All vegetables are vegan. What about rice? Is that vegan? Yes, and it's also gluten-free. What? It's also gluten-free. I can't have gluten, remember? Oh, shit. I forgot about that. I'll call you back if I have any more questions. Bye. Our future buddy sitcom is practically writing itself. When I run into Frank a few days later, he tells me he's been going to the bookstore to research recipes. Hey, turns out I'm a vegan every time I eat a salad. More comedy gold from Frank. Tuesday rolls around and I put on my hoodie, grab my keys, and head downstairs to Frank's apartment, where I'm pleasantly surprised to see that he's put on a polo shirt. I'm immediately regretting my hoodie decision. It's hot as Hades in there, something I should have assumed from an old guy's place. Just as I'm about to take off my sweatshirt, Frank says, You don't know much about me, do you? I pause. You ever see those parole officers out front? They're here for me. I went to prison for murdering my wife. My hoodie stays on. My keys are now threaded through my fingers in case I have to punch my way out. My eyes are looking for the knives in the kitchen, wondering if I'll use them in self-defense or that's how I'll meet my demise. I don't yet know. Frank quickly clarifies, "Oh, not the one you met. She died on her own." "Would you like some iced tea?" What is happening? Do I make a run for the door? Do I scream? Do I act chill like this is a normal Tuesday night for me? Frank opens the fridge and pulls out a pitcher of iced tea and sets it on the table. How long ago was this murder? Why did he murder her? Is he planning on murdering me? Is this how he normally starts conversations? If I am about to be murdered, the setup is delightful. There's a linen tablecloth, full place settings, including a salad and a dinner fork. Cloth napkins, fresh flowers in a vase sitting on the center of the table. If I leave now, I'll just look like a rude neighbor. And every time I see him, it's gonna be super awkward. But why are you so worried about being rude to a murderer? And what is my face doing right now? Well, I've stalled for too long. We are in it now. But I've seen the movies. No way in hell I'm going to be the first one to take a sip of that likely poison tea. Nah. Wait a minute. Did he make it hot in here so that I get thirsty and have to take a drink of the poison? Come on in, sit down, Frank says with a smile as he takes a sip of his iced tea. Well, he's not falling over. Maybe that's not how I'm gonna die tonight. He brings out the most delicious looking salad and stuffed peppers. I'm not gonna lie, it smells so good. Yeah, this is the way to go. This is the way to play it. Just act like everything is fine and normal and you're not freaking out right now. Frank, the food looks incredible, I say in my best please don't murder me voice. I learned to cook in prison. I was the best around. They even moved me from place to place because word got out about how good I was. Oh, okay. He's good in the kitchen, which means he's good with knives. So maybe I'll be stabbed to death. Or perhaps something is hidden in those stuffed peppers. Well, I've had a good run, and I'll have left Earth with one last good meal. Frank sits down to join me at the table, and he launches into tales about his time in prison that are so colorful, I must remind myself to blink. I marvel at how he deftly weaves from a story about a mysterious illness, and that's when I found out I was pissing feces. Right into, would you like more salad? At this point, I'm just trying to remember everything he's telling me because no one is going to believe this shit if I live to tell about it. Then, seemingly out of nowhere, Frank asks, "May I court you?" What? But also, what? May I court you, he repeats. Okay, I heard that, right? Frank, you're old enough to be my dad, because that's the deal breaker here. So, I cook, I clean, I love to travel, I've got plenty of money, I'll take you anywhere you want to go. It's time for the line every girl has in her back pocket. I have a boyfriend. But the thing is, I don't. I am sweating profusely. My eyes are darting all over the place because I am a terrible liar. And you know, the whole murder thing is still on my mind. Well, I've never seen you with anyone. Fuck. He's a Marine. He's on deployment. I usually travel to see him. Between the hoodie, the fear, and now the lies, Lake Sweat is pooling up everywhere. Frank shrugs. Well, okay, and goes back to more prison stories. He tells me about the time they thought he had died. They had to hit me with the paddle 77 times before they found a pulse. And of course, the question I couldn't stop thinking about as to how many years behind bars did he do. I could have gotten life, but I got out in 16. And then, are you sure I can't court you? I'm strong and healthy. Look, 2 new knees, as he gets up from the table and starts jumping up and down. No, Frank, but thank you. Okay. Well, if you change your mind. I was not going to change my mind. All I was going to do was get out of there, but not before glancing at a piece of mail to memorize his last name and immediately go home and research the details of his case, like any true crime fan would do. Turns out Frank's explanation that they had a suicide pact is not how the prosecution saw it. Far, far from it. They found no evidence supporting this alleged pact. According to his own sworn testimony, Frank, suffocated his wife, went to sleep beside her, got up the next morning, went about his normal day. Then after work, turned himself into police. Thank you. I don't recall exactly how he ended up serving only 16 years instead of life, but either way, I want to believe prison changed him somehow. He seems grateful for every day. He has one of the sunniest dispositions of anyone I've ever met, and is always trying to crack a joke. He even picks up random gluten-free vegan snacks for me. For my birthday this year, he stopped me and said, "Hey, I've got something for you." As he hands me a clear plastic grocery bag. Frank, you didn't have to get me anything. What's in there? Vegan corned beef and spicy cheese. He says with a big smile, clearly proud of himself. Who needs flowers or jewelry when you can get vegan corned beef? I have to hand it to the guy. Frank never gave up on finding love. He went on to get married again. And me? Well, I never got my sitcom. But I did join the cast of a murder mystery dinner theater and adopted a puppy. And I'm still in search of a first date that would be more exciting than being courted by a murderer with 2 brand new knees.
Give it up for Chin Abels, everybody!